Hi everyone, welcome another week to our Spanish live lessons. This week our topic is going to be 5 ways to immerse yourself in Spanish while you're not living in a Spanish-speaking country, of course. So we are gonna wait first for a couple of minutes for some old people to join us over YouTube and Facebook. As I always mention, if you have any questions throughout the lesson or any tips, for example, any tips for the other people learning Spanish now on how you do to learn Spanish without living in Spain or in other Spanish-speaking country, you can leave your comment and let the other people know. So I see that there's already some people joining us. So Hossein, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it well. Frank, Cody, I'm glad that you've been looking forward to this class. Thank you. Leah also. Trudy also over Facebook, listening from Portland. So thank you everyone for joining us. Yeah, as I mentioned, if you have any tips on how to study Spanish and how to become better at it, not living in the country, you can let me know. Let me know your tips, and I'm sure that it's going to be useful for everyone. So make sure to do that throughout the lesson. But before starting with today's lesson, I wanted to let you know that we have prepared a lot of material for you to keep studying throughout the whole week. So not only on Thursdays with these videos, you can keep learning also on the go. So we have prepared these PDF cheat sheets about all kinds of different topics. You can see, since we have the screen today, you can see all of them a bit more clearly than usual. So we have, for example, back to school, romance and love, family and relatives, around town, tons and tons. So you can select the one that you are more interested in, and either print it out or just take it with you on your iPad, iPhone, any device you use. Keep studying and building up your vocabulary, which is very important. So I see we have some more people joining us. So Skittles Bulk, Peter, Sahar, Don Fettuccini, Joanna, Tim Trot, Joshua. So thank you everyone for joining us. So as I mentioned, the topic for this week is going to be how to immerse yourself in Spanish, but while not living in a Spanish-speaking country. So the first way to do that is listening. Keep listening to Spanish. So a way to do that while you're not living in the country can be, for example, throughout our audio lessons. So we have prepared tons of audio lessons. There are hundreds of them, and the good thing is that they are divided by different levels, so you can select the level you are at the moment. So sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, for example, if you're watching let's say a movie and the dialogues are very fast, very complicated, maybe they use slang words and everything, so it can be a bit overwhelming, and maybe in the end you just end up saying not wanting to watch anything else because it's a bit discouraging. But the good thing about this is that you can select the level you are at. So it's going to be a bit challenging, but it's not going to be too challenging that you just decide to give it up. So and also the good thing, of course, is that you can listen to them 24/7. So when you are, for example, commuting, when you are, cooking, cleaning, any time that you have, you can use it to improve your listening skills. So that's a great way to immerse yourself in Spanish. Another, also, if you're, for example, into Spanish music, is also a good way to improve your Spanish. You can listen to some Spanish music, then try to to like see the lyrics and try to repeat them and yeah, get to know what it says. So it can be motivating if you are into Spanish music and all that. Related to it, we prepared it's a video lesson, but still it's based on famous Spanish songs. And we took like some sentences from these songs and we explained the meaning. So I'm going to play like a bit of this lesson so you can see how you can use music to learn more Spanish. So yes, I always say if you have any comment or any question, you can leave it on your comments and I will be like looking throughout them. So I think it's around here.
You like it?
No.
Nah.
No.
It's a bit embarrassing to see
Te
myself.
mentiría si negara hoy que desde entonces solo sueño contigo.
So very profound like sentence. So it's te mentiría si negara hoy que desde entonces solo sueño contigo. So I'm going to see like the
I
explanation.
would be lying to you if I denied today that since that day I only dream of you.
So very very romantic as you can see. I mean, yeah, most of songs, right, like revolve around these kind of topics. So I don't know, but well, it's another way to build up some vocabulary.
Apareces tú, baila oreja de Van Gogh. La oreja de Van Gogh, which is translated as Van Gogh's ear, the painters.
Well, yeah, you can like watch the whole lesson on our site if you are interested. This is a good music group if you want to get a bit into Spanish music. Like La Oreja is called, I don't know if you can see it well, it's called La Oreja de Van Gogh. So yeah, it's like Van Gogh, the painter's ear. That's the name of the band, and it was hugely popular. I mean, it still is. They just changed the main singer, so like, well, after the change, maybe it didn't like keep being as popular as before, but still, like they make good songs. So I would recommend it to you. Also, Sam is telling us, I do karaoke with Spanish songs. It's very important to hold a conversation on a regular basis. So that's great. Karaoke is super fun, and it's a great way to also to practice your Spanish. Also because like it's fast, right? And you need to keep the rhythm. So it also helps you to it helps your mouth like to get used to the sounds and to speak and to be quick about it. So yep, great way, karaoke. So yeah, that's all about audio lessons. So very related to it, we also have like video lessons. So also like watch like all you can on your downtime. So I mean it's included in the category of like passive learning. So you are not really making an effort. It's just like you're watching, you're listening to something, and just by doing that, it helps your Spanish. So anytime you are just like relaxing and not really wanting to work that much, maybe you can, for example, watch video lessons or watch some movie in Spanish or some cartoons. Maybe if you're starting, like I know that watching a movie is a bit overwhelming, though you can of course like make use of the subtitles. I mean, Netflix is great for that, right? Like you can select the audio and the subtitles that you are like more interested in, so you could listen to it in Spanish with subtitles in Spanish or in English maybe if it's a bit too challenging. Keep improving. So also I see that Chris, for example, also uses like Spanish songs to help him learn faster. So yeah, it's a very fun way, like, and anything that is fun, right, like helps you stay motivated, and it's going to like learning should be fun, right? Like if you're just like gonna be studying from a very dry book, black and white, it's not going to be enjoyable, and it's most likely you will end up giving up unless you have like very strong will. So make it like all the fun you can. So yeah, as I said, we have a ton of like video lessons, and also the good thing about them is that again, like you can select your level. If you are starting, there are some video lessons for you, but if you are more confident with Spanish, like there are some others that will help you to always like keep improving like bit by bit. So that's a great feature. But yeah, like it's always good to challenge yourself a little bit, right? Like not playing something too easy, but yeah, when it's too difficult, it might be a bit discouraging. So it's like you have to find the middle ground, the middle term. I wanted to show you like a lesson we have here, like using some animations. So yeah, it's how to order food at a restaurant. So it's more of a maybe beginner level. Very practical. You can, if you like, maybe you're not living in Spain or in a Spanish-speaking country, but if you go to a Spanish restaurant, maybe you can put these sentences into practice. Like any opportunity you have, right, you need to make use of it. So yeah, we are gonna watch it from, wait a second. So yeah, I think from here.
Bienvenidos. Pase por aquí, por favor.
Sí, gracias.
Yo quiero una hamburguesa.
¿Tienen en el menú?
Sí, está en la última página. Le traeré una.
Yo quiero probar el pozole.
Yo ordenaré enchiladas.
Yo también.
Y de todo.
So yeah, I'm gonna just like leave it there, a small teaser. If you want to like watch the full lesson again, you can access our site and you'll have all of them for you. So yeah, in this video, like they presented you can see it here in the dialogue part. So when you want to order something, you can use this type of construction. So they use yo quiero una hamburguesa. Yo quiero una hamburguesa. So you can see it here. If you click on the English tab, that means I want a hamburger. So that's a way of ordering your food when you go to a restaurant. It's something you can like put into practice straight away. So you can just need to change the hamburguesa for anything you want. Yo quiero una tortilla de patatas. Yo quiero una tortilla de patatas. So that's I want a Spanish omelette. Yo quiero una Coca-Cola. Yo quiero una Coca-Cola. So that I want a Coke. That's a simple sentence that you can like use very often, like to order something. Another one they use is here. Yo ordenaré enchiladas. Yo ordenaré enchiladas. So if you go to the English tab, you can see that it means I will order enchiladas. I will order enchiladas. So again, all you need to do is substitute enchiladas for the thing you want to order. So yo ordenaré una pizza. Yo ordenaré una pizza. I will order a pizza. Just a comment. You can see here that this is Mexican culture. So maybe ordenaré is not a construction that we would use like very often in Spain. Maybe in Spain it is more common to use pediré. Yo pediré enchiladas. Yo pediré enchiladas. But yeah, so you can, depending on which Spanish you are more interested in, whether it's Mexican Spanish or European Spanish, you can also like select the lessons that interest you the most. So that's another feature. Because yeah, I guess that a lot of people are living in the US, and maybe the Spanish they are more in contact with is the Mexican Spanish, right? So yeah, depending on the one you are more interested in learning, you can also choose that. So I'm trying to see the from dating a Latina girl could be a motivation as well. I mean, always, yeah, it helps to date someone that speaks the language you're trying to learn, right? But also telenovelas. Stefan is saying watching telenovelas. Joanna is saying watching novelas help and makeup tutorials. So yeah, why not? Like, you have to make use of all the technology we have nowadays. Like, there are so many people uploading videos on YouTube, right, about all different topics. So it's great if you can find like some YouTubers that talk about a topic that interests you in Spanish or, well, the language you're learning. So that's like, how you say, killing two birds with a stone. You're learning about this topic that interests you, and at the same time you're learning Spanish, and you're learning in a like natural way, like, because I imagine like the Spanish that person uses would be like very natural. So yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Joanna. Like makeup tutorials, why not? Also, John, miren La Casa de Papel. So La Casa de Papel is a very it got very famous. It's a series on Netflix, and I still haven't watched it, but a lot of my friends have, and they love it. So yeah, like do it. Like, as I said, like make it fun. So have fun learning. And they said it's pretty good. So so yeah. So thank you, for all your comments, for all your tips. Like, much appreciated. It's great to see how you're like interacting with each other. So the third like way to immerse yourself in Spanish would be active learning. Like, the first two categories were more like passive, like listening and to watching things, but not really doing much. But to really learn a language, like, you have to put a bit of effort. Like, it's not enough just to like listening and watching. You have to make the effort to speak, to put it into practice, to study a little bit, to understand a bit like the grammar, what's like behind like the sentences and everything. So that's called active learning. Like, of course, I said, like, you can watch videos on your free time. For active learning, it's like you have to, well, make a bit of time for it, because it's you're required to make an effort. So maybe, yeah, when you're super tired, you don't really feel to learn in this way, but it's necessary. So yeah, so you can make like full use of the material we have on our site. Like, we have so many things that can help you use it in a more active way. You don't only like need to watch the lesson. For example, like, well, you've seen it before. Like, we have here the dialogue section, so you can listen to it, you can repeat it, you can know like what, like, all the vocabulary we use. Here you have also the lesson notes with all the grammar points, so you can understand what's going on in every lesson, like what's the grammar that is being used. So that's very helpful to read through. You have also like the lesson transcript here, so yeah, you can know like how every word is written while listening to it. So that's what we are gonna do. Like, I'm gonna play this lesson, and we are gonna go to the show all. I think we can go.
The idea behind the name is. Next we have
Grande.
big.
grande.
Well, I think I went too far.
Com-
So we have the dialogue
¿Dónde
here.
está mi bolso?
So you
¿Cómo
can
es?
read it.
Es rojo y grande. ¿Es nuevo? No, es bastante viejo.
So as you can see, you can be like listening to the lesson, and while doing that, you can read the dialogue, so you know what is being said and how everything is written. And now they are gonna read it in a slower speed, so you can really understand everything and know how everything is pronounced. Because I know that in Spanish we tend to speak a bit fast, so it can be a bit overwhelming the first time.
Now let's listen to the same conversation at a slow speed.
¿Dónde está mi bolso? ¿Cómo es?
So here.
Es rojo y grande. ¿Es nuevo? No, es bastante viejo.
So yeah, you have it there at a slower speed. And then, I mean, now they repeat it with the English translation. But for that, we can also use this section we have here, the dialogue sections. We can click on the English tab, so we have the English translation. And while having the English translation, we can listen to it in like Spanish.
¿Dónde está mi bolso?
So you can try to repeat it yourself while reading the English translation. For example, ¿Dónde está mi bolso?
¿Cómo es?
¿Cómo es? So that's a way of learning more actively, because you're making the effort to say it and to practice your pronunciation, like to remember how it's said, because you're just now seeing the English translation.
Es rojo y grande.
Es rojo y grande. So yeah, that's a way of using this feature. We also have the vocabulary section here, so maybe, I don't know, you've never seen bolso before, right? So you can listen to it.
Bolso.
You can listen to it at a slow speed if you don't really know, like, don't understand how it's pronounced.
Bolso.
So bolso. You can practice it, and then if you want to know also how the word is used inside a sentence, that's also very important to know in context how a specific word is used. We have some examples with it. You can listen again to it.
Alejandra nunca encuentra su bolso.
Alejandra nunca encuentra su bolso. And then you have the translation in English here. So, yeah. So yeah, and as I mentioned before, in the lesson notes, you have all the grammar points, so you can really understand how everything is built in the lesson. I see Islam Ahmed. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. He's asking where my accent is from. It's from the south of Spain. Because I don't know if you know, but in Spain, like, we have different accents depending also on the area we are from. It's quite different, like the accent from the south, from the accent the center part or the northern part. I'm from the south. So yeah, this is a way of using our site to learn more actively, to like practice the pronunciation, to practice speaking, practice understanding. So yeah, I hope that you find it useful. Yeah, before like giving you like the last 2 tips for today, I wanted to remind you that we have prepared all these PDF cheat sheets that you can have access to by clicking on the link on the description below and signing up for a free lifetime account. As I showed you before here, like there are like tons of different topics. You can select the one you are more curious about, and they are very well designed. So yeah, it's always more pleasurable to study something when it's like very well designed and everything. So yeah, I hope that you like them. Yeah, the last two tips. Well, one of them is to review. Unfortunately, like most of us cannot remember everything we study just by studying it once. I need to like review something lots of times. I need to listen to some word like lots of times and in very different contexts. So in order to finally like process it and to like make it mine. So that's why you need to always review, re-listen to the lessons that you've already gone through, listen again to all the songs that you're listening to. You can go back to all the pathways that you saved on your dashboard with all the lessons that you saved. That's something like it would be ideal like to do every time that you have some free time. You can listen again some audio lesson or watch something and keep reviewing your Spanish. Then the last thing, I mean, these are things that might work for some, might not work for some. You can just try and see how it works for you. For example, I know that some people change their phone to the language that they are trying to learn. So, for example, you could change your the settings on your phone to Spanish, and then learn how all these the settings and everything in Spanish, how they work. So it can be another way to immerse yourself in the language. You could also the same thing, use Facebook in Spanish or use your Google in Spanish. Also download apps, games, or whatever you use in Spanish. And as we've talked about before, like it would be great, like if there's something that you're passionate about or that you want to learn more about, whether it's like makeup tutorials or I don't know, even like workouts, for example, I don't know, yoga lessons. I'm sure that there are Spanish yoga teachers on YouTube, for example. So you could be doing a bit of workout or a bit of like something that you are interested in, and at the same time learning some Spanish, learning the terms they use. So it's always better. And so I would recommend you to do that. Yara is saying, aún no puedo entender despacito solo por escuchando. Like she said that. Yara, is she or he? I'm sorry. She cannot understand like the song Despacito just by listening to it. But to be honest, like I think not even Spanish people can understand. Like sometimes with these songs, not even me can understand what they are really saying. So it needs a lot of work. But well, eventually, like it's possible. But really, it's difficult. So don't get discouraged. Like it's not you. It's not only you. So I wanted to remind you before finishing this lesson that we have prepared all these PDF cheat sheets with useful vocabulary, useful also phrases for a lot of different topics we have here: emergencies, travel, around town, cooking, romance and love. So you can click on the link on the description below and sign up for free lifetime account and get access to all of them. That's the lesson for today. And I have a bittersweet announcement to make. Like we are not gonna have Spanish live lessons. Well, I mean, I don't know if forever, but at least for a while. So thank you everyone that have been like joining me every week on Thursday to learn a bit more of Spanish. But I mean, I'm gonna keep making new video series. So make sure to keep checking like our YouTube site or Facebook or website, and you will have new material to keep learning Spanish. So, but thank you everyone. Like that has been joining me and that has been leaving their comments and practicing their Spanish. It's been great, very fun. So yeah, thank you very much. And I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you keep studying Spanish. So yeah, thank you everyone, and see you soon. Hasta